Hi, everyone. My name is Ayman Sheikh, and I'm going to let my audience introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Umair.
Hi, I'm Sada.
Hi, I'm Mateen.
I'm Tasneem.
Oh, okay. Let's get started. So, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure, and I think that's true. Sometimes a random object, something small and ordinary, can actually say a lot about who you are. Have you ever looked at something and realized it kind of understands you better than most people do? We all have things in our lives that aren't just things. Maybe it's something you bring on vacation, use every day, or preserve in a drawer for years. To others, it might seem random, but to us, it's a piece of who we are. For me, those objects are a beach ball, a whisk, and a sketchbook. Together, they show my love for the beach and summer memories, my chaotic creativity, and the quiet way I express myself. The beach ball represents my love for the beach, especially during the summer when I go to Miami for vacation. Every year, I spend days by the ocean with my family, and it's where I feel most free and happy. One summer, we spent the whole day at the beach, playing volleyball, swimming, having a picnic, and I just felt completely at peace. That memory is still one of the happiest moments of my life. The beach ball reminds me of freedom. It also reminds me of the sun on my skin, the waves crashing, no responsibilities, and just good energy. Being at the beach represents my carefree side. I love being in the moment of fun and bright energy, and that's exactly what a beach ball feels like. Even when life gets stressful, the beach ball reminds me not to take things too seriously. And it's not just about fun, it's about how I de-stress and achieve a mental reset. And the best way to end a perfect beach day? Food. I'm not only a foodie, I love cooking, especially baking. And that's why one of my most memorable objects is a whisk. The whisk represents my love for baking, which is something I turn to when I need to either clean or revisit conversations in my head. A time where baking rescued me was the time after a stressful day at school. I was too frustrated to do anything else, so I just whipped out my whisk and grabbed a few ingredients and made the most, I swear to you, melt in your mouth cookies that made me forget about what happened earlier. Baking gives me something to focus on, and it actually calms me down. Plus, I get a nice treat from it. Who doesn't like a treat? The whisk also shows a more creative, experimental side of me. Not everything I make turns out perfect, but I love trying new things. I once tried to make Italian beignets with a friend, and they were a disaster. The taste, texture, and even color was the complete opposite of what they were supposed to be. It was like eating rocks, but instead of getting frustrated, we laughed about it, and it became a fun memory. That moment taught me that messing up is a part of learning, and that mindset is something I try to bring into other aspects of my life. While the whisk represents my growth through trial and error, my sketchbook shows a more personal side, a space where I explore thoughts I might not say out loud. My sketchbook is where I explore my creativity by drawing and designing things I find interesting. Sometimes I recreate art styles I like, or I sketch my own designs, like sneakers, clothes, or logos. Or sometimes I draw simple things that inspire me, and that is when I feel most at peace. It also gives me space to be creative without pressure. I use it to challenge myself or just relax on a long trip or a quiet night. Sketching also reflects my patience and dedication. Drawing takes time, and I've learned that improvement doesn't happen overnight. I can spend hours working on a single piece, going back to fix it, try something new, or start over, and that shows how much I care about growing, even when progress is slow. It's a quality I also bring to school or any other personal goals I care about. So, whether I'm chilling on the beach, baking something in the kitchen, or sketching in silence, these three objects tell this real story of who I am. My beach ball shows my love for fun, freedom, and peace I strive to feel for. My whisk reflects the messy creativity I embrace and how I handle stress with curiosity and care. And my sketchbook holds my imagination, dedication, and the quiet way I process the world. Together, these objects aren't just things, they're reflections of me. So, yeah, maybe one person's trash is another person's treasure. But for me, these three random objects aren't trash at all. They're my memories, my growth, and the little ways I stay grounded when life gets overwhelming. Even if I stumble up here, these three things speak for me better than I ever could. Thank you.